Alrighty, I am back. Time for loathing in Western. Oh, what's up, Zed? How you doing, buddy? Okay. West of Loathing. There it is. Okay, when last we did this, I believe we had just taken down another bounty. And stupid walking is still on. Very good. All is well. Potemkin. Oh, yeah, right. I know this one. This one is new, I think. A 5th wanted poster. The poster says, wanted. The Gherkin brothers for kidnapping, yeah, it's Gherkin. For kidnapping, brining, kidnapping victims, and attempted sale of human flesh for consumption. Last seen headed for the old abandoned pickle factory. Interesting. Can't let these dastardly criminals escape justice. It wouldn't be kosher. Would you like to go investigate? Yes, indeed. You mark the old pickle factory on your map. Hopefully chasing them down won't get you into a real, you know. You discovered a new map location, abandoned pickle factory. Pickled human flesh, the next artisanal good. Indeed. Love stupid walking. Wait, what are my items looking like? That's a thing I should probably check. Right, I have a bunch of these. I think you just sell them. Fake Pope hat. St. Beefus's thigh. Oh, God. This game. Alright, let's sell these. Oh, this lad's made of swagger. Alright, let's see what we can sell here. I'm not using this right now, so you can have it. You can have the brown boots. Keeping that. Oh, it does warn you if you have the item equipped. That's handy. We can sell these. Nasty ring, I'm using it right now. Porcelain cow, I'm gonna keep just in case. Get rid of this. Skelly bones. Skelly chips. Some itty-bitty bits of skull. Once they were good for keeping somebody's brain salsa inside, but not anymore. When you work deep underground, it's hard to keep track of whether it's the appropriate time to drink whiskey or the appropriate time to drink coffee. Eventually, you just stop trying. Thermos of spiked coffee, yes. Alright, what do you actually sell? Speed by 1, muscle and sound. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the blood sausage. Well, actually, no. Tooth powder's good too. The stupid walk is the best walk. All of them. They're all stupid and they're all wonderful. You grab a rag and brush your teeth. You gain an effect. Very clean teeth. Crab walk. Oh, home is made. William, when he says you approach, you comb his mane and he makes a sort of glurk noise. Alright. Old mission. I think this is a place we have to go to. Wait, no. The Potemkin game. Howdy there, I'm Wandering Sally. Howdy, Sally, I'm Blacksmith. What's your line? Trading. I wander all around these lands, just like it says on the label. And I buy a little here and there and sell... I buy a little here and sell a little there to make my way. Care to see the wares? Sure, why not? Oh, actually loads of... Increases your maximum HP by 20. Not bad. Dr. Sweckleton's Pure Castile Soap. Where this comes from, they call it soap. I'm gonna take this just in case. The carrot is neither the longest nor the orangest of nature's delights, but it's at least the bronze medalist in both categories. Fungicide can kill a lot of goblins at once, but it takes a while. So goblins are literally fungus in this game. The instructions on this say, put near sight of fungal infestation, light fuse, do not breathe. I wonder how long you're supposed to not breathe for. Lock. The padlock got its name because it's like a wizard that protects your house. This item goes on your lapel. I know what you're thinking. Not so lucky for the marigold, but actually marigolds aren't conscious, so they can't really conceive of good or bad luck. I'm buying that. Pickaxe. You can pick... Oh! This is good. I think I want this. You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you shouldn't use this to do either of those things. Wise words. Pickaxe! Clara, what's up? Oh, I need these. I'll buy this too. I've used so much money. How goes it? Glad to have you, even if it's for just a little while. 1 maximum AP, 3 Moxie. 1 maximum... Oh. Okay. Oh, I equipped this already. Good. Yeah, I guess that'll be it. Wait. I saw... It's been but chilling, get to watch you use your... Oh, thankfully there won't be too much of that. I hope. Track medicine. Alright, I think that's it. Back to where we were going. Panera good. No entry. Alright. A guy shouts, visiting hours are over, and runs over to stop you. What? A guy shouts, bars closed for piano repair, and runs over to stop you. The hostler's on vacation right now and runs over to stop you. Non-fake horse sales. Real jail. A bar. Genuine TNT and sandwiches. That place is condemned. It's not safe to go in there. Don't go in there. That house is haunted. The bandit looks distraught. What's the matter, buddy? I lost my belt buckle. Yep, there's a reason it is literally called, stupid walking, Clara. Gotta equip stupid walking to walk stupid. Did you look near the bar? Oh, good idea. I'll look there. Let him go. What? He takes a sweet time getting here. There's definitely something I'm missing. Oh. The guy says, also it's a huge mess in there. Big, prisoner party last night. Okay, try the hostlers then. No hostler, no horseshoes, no service. Best move along. His walking is blowing my mind. Ramp walk. Crawl. Wait, hang on a second. So this guy's gonna run over. Now do I send this guy over here to a bar? No, guess not. There has to be something I missed. Oh god. You're right, Claire, I do have to use my brain. Town hall for an actual town. Wait, do I have to get you over there somehow? Doesn't seem to do anything. Like, they call him a bandit. Shouldn't I just be fighting him? Ah, very good. You got a hint. These bandits look pretty slippery. I think you're going to have to figure out some kind of trap. That's it? That's all you got? Ah. I'm not sure how to lay a trap, though. So, near the jail? You duck into the outhouse to plan your next move. While you're pondering, you notice something weird. This outhouse has a back door. Leave through the back door? Is the music just backwards? What? This is the back of the jail. Turns out it's just a flat plywood, like a theatrical set. The ropes that are holding this thing up don't look very strong. You could probably knock it over pretty easily, but you should probably hold off until just the right moment. This doesn't seem safe at all. So do I... Okay, so I think I have to lure them to the second building, I guess. We'll see. Alright. So... yes, the real jail. Good luck with that. Okay. Let me just swim on over to the outhouse now. This is the back of the jail. Oh yeah, crash. The fake building falls over on the real bandits. Is that it? Yeah, so it was. The gang is knocked out. You can arrest him now if you want. Okay. Say, that's the Potemkin gang. How'd you get him? Push the jail over on him. What? Never mind. All in a day's work. This place is filling up. Right, the pickles. Gotta deal with the ones that are pickling people. This map is huge. There it is. The abandoned pickle factory. I love pickles. Just saying that. You see a streak of fire blast across the sky and land just over the horizon. You ride to see the impact. You ride to the site of the impact and find a meteor. Get after it with your pickaxe? Holy shit, there's a lot of meat. You pull out your pick and make short work and small rocks of the meteor. You gained an item, Stardust, 1,509 meat. Unfortunately, your pick melts from the heat of the meteor. The heatior. Gretch of Glass. She was very, very terrible. There's a patch of pepperoni mold. Pepperoni mold growing out of this grave. I don't have any foraging. As spooky as this factory is, the woods beyond it are even spookier. You should probably take your chances here. Pepperoni mold. You feel a sudden electrical jolt as your hand touches the doorknob. Oh no, you're late for your shift. Mrs. Glass is going to be so mad. She might literally bite your head off. Okay, well, not literally. Probably. Quick, get suited up. Who is this? You clock in and hurriedly put on your bright green overalls. Mrs. Glass, as predicted, is furious. Late again! You better stop taking this job for granted. You think you're going to find a place with a nice dormitory and a reasonably priced company store like ours somewhere else? With your skills? You're doing 3 shifts today, Buster. Get to work, you're on pickle hopper duty. Pickle hopper duty runs you ragged, like always. Keeping the hoppers filled to a constant flow down the chutes means you're constantly at a near sprint level because you have to manage the cuke shunts to keep the levels equal. Alright, so this is a random off here. In Legend of Zelda, there's an There's an enemy called Buzzblob. It kind of looks like a walking, like, cucumber with legs and stuff. If you use a certain item on it, it turns into an enemy called a Cucumin, however you say that, who, again, looks like a walking cucumber with legs, but he has bigger eyes. I realize now it's because he looks like a pickle. So hey, today I learned. If you get uneven pickle levels, Mrs. Glass knows. Nobody knows how she knows, but she knows. A whack from her cane is the minimum you'll get. Damn it. At the end of the first 6-hour shift, you get a brief break. You cram a stale cheese sandwich into your mouth while Mrs. Glass glares at her pocket watch, counting down 3 minutes to the second. Break's over. Second shift. You get over to the salt tank, now! Oh god. Managing the salt tank isn't as strenuous as the pickle hoppers, but it's still a never-ending tension. The brine concentration has to be constantly monitored and kept at a very specific measurement, which means constant adjustments. Meanwhile, you can feel yourself desiccating? From the haze of salt dust that fills the room, that sounds terrible. If anything in this place kills you, it's probably going to be the salt tank duty. White lung is nasty business. Cough. Cough on your own time, and get that salinity back to normal. It's supposed to be 976 parts per thousand. How hard is that to remember? 976, idiot. What is happening? Please let me out of here. You get another 180-second break before third shift. You spend most of it drinking water. The company doesn't charge for water, but you've heard a rumor they're considering it. Break's over. Get to the boiler. Oh no, let me out, please. Boiler duty means shoveling coal into a furnace that runs a giant tank of boiling vinegar. It stings in here. You've tried to work with your eyes closed, but Mrs. Glass screams if you drop any coal on the floor, or if you let the temperature get too low, or too high, or just for no particular reason. At least you're used to the smell of boiling vinegar. In fact, you can't smell anything anymore. Let me out, please let me out. 190 degrees, idiot. Not 189, not 191. What do you think we pay you for? You don't really miss your sense of smell, or not coughing all the time. You don't really want anything anymore, except to die. Let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. With a gasp, you finally snap out of the horrible hallucination, or possession, or whatever the hell that was. Jeez, you can still feel the sting of vinegar vapor in your eyes. And... what? Alright. This trash smells like gherkins. This trash smells like sweet pickles. Yeah, I hate sweet pickles. This trash smells like garlic dill pickles. Decent. This trash smells like cornichons? Cornish... really? This trash smells like half sour pickles. You don't even know what those are. This trash smells like dill pickles, the classic. This trash smells like bread and butter pickles. Are those sweet? I don't think I've ever had bread and butter pickles. It says factory activation lever. No. Oh no. What the fuck? You approach the ghost. Gotta. Can't sleep until it's right. You alright there, partner? Put him out of his misery, fight, or leave him to his misery. I guess. I don't know. I guess alright, partner. I should. Oh! Thank you for the raid! Arashi Megami. Much appreciated. Megami. I remembered. I forget all the damn time, so I'm, like, learning to get into the habit now. Thank you for remembering to raid, and thank you for raiding me. Much appreciated. Hope you're having a great night. Assuming that's what it is where you are. Can't sleep. I guess I have to fight him? Oh, you meant this kind of raid? Yeah, it's definitely not the one we usually think of, huh? How you doing, Gray? Thanks for coming on by. Okay, so it's a ghost and he's fighting with 4 pickles. Very good. Nothing much. Just having a pretty good stream over here. I just finished playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps, so now we switched to West of Loathing, which is funny game. Oh yeah, let's see how this works. Hey, I think they all hit the same enemy. Haven't heard of this game, actually. Yeah, it's been around for a little while, but I just looked into it myself, and I've played like one stream of it already. It's been great. That pickle's not gonna come back, is it? Oh, I have no more AP. No snack. Oh wait, no, these are cucumbers. Yeah, they're not pickles, I guess. Alright. Alright. You should probably go for the ghost first. Looks like someone spent a lot of money on the graphics for this game. Oh, you have no idea. What if we went minimalist, and then someone just showed them like a black and white cartoon, and they're just like, no. More minimalist. Heal. I love that the healing is just her dumping medical supplies. Okay, the ghost is gone. The stick figures are great. Like, they managed to make it work, so I love it. Shoot! ghost cucumbers. Truly terrible. Oh, I didn't mean to attack that one. Oh well. Okay, we're good. Thanks to your unrivaled peacemaking abilities, that ghost is definitely a piece now. You got an item, Ghost Cowboy Hat. You also got an item, Pile of Bones and Cucumbers. I need to know what all that is. This is a good hat to wear if you really want people to still be able to see your hair while it's raining. That's so specific. It's probably 40% bones and 60% cucumbers if you had to guess. Etched into the skin of one of the cucumbers, you see the phrase, all the same, all the same, all the same. Oh yeah, right, this is the walk. You get an item in this game called Stupid Walking, and you can equip it, and, well... many of them are not even walks. Okay, Cuke stunts are to be operated by qualified personnel only. Syndicate, so 15, 5, 13. 15? Oh no. Oh no. Not the puzzles. So 11, 10, 12. I have to get them all the same. Oh, damn it. 12, 11, 10. 12, 10, 11. This knocks it up to 12. This one's 13. So this one's 7. Okay, so it just hits one up by... depending on which one you pull, it pushes one number up by 1 and knocks the other numbers down by 1, I'm guessing. Oh, you can't be 11. That ruins everything. 11... wait, no. Oh, pushes it up by 2. Yeah, pushes them up by 2. Never mind. So 12, 11, 10. 12, 10. Oh, I'm so upset right now. And 14, 9. Times like these are why I'm glad I have Stupid Walking equipped. It gives me something to look at. Hmm. Hmm. 12, 10, 11. Okay, so the lowest they can get is... oh. Really? Brain hurt was not on the schedule today, but here we are. 13, 15... let me guess, 12, 11, 10. Fuck! Uh... Oh my god, I got two of them the same. $11. They're all the same. Is that it? That probably stays, yes? Okay, good. Good. Salt. Gotta salt the salt. Salt. Okay, this time, Snack. Pull the lever, Kronk. What did the salt amount have to be in this story? I don't remember, but I reckon if I kill this cowboy, I'll figure it out. Wait, can Snack not hit Ghost? Oh god, Snack! Snack, no! Snack got fucked up? He whiffed and then died. It's not really a point doing anything then. Trying to shoot this target will hit a ghostly floating cucumber instead. What? Alright, cool. Ow. Ow. I don't think I've ever seen anyone actually attack my partner there. They're becoming self-aware. Yes, and I hate it. Stop! Wait, that was 10 damage. Oh, fuck. Time to heal up. Poison... snake medicine. Alright. Oh, whoops. Sure. Dump the medical supplies directly onto my wound. Okay, gonna heal this. Probably gonna have to throw a stick of dynamite at this here cowboy. Cool. Yeah, I can't have you lowering my stats anymore. That's really bad news. The funny thing about her heal is that I like that she dumps medical supplies on you, but for her, she just takes a visit from old Nurse Whiskey. Dump more supplies. Thank you. I'm wondering when we're going to find these bandits. 'Cause that's the reason we're here. Scatter shot. And we're good. Ooh. You put that unfortunate bandit to rest. Maybe now he'll have less of a salty attitude. You got an item, Ghost Pistol. Rest easy, salty guy. How good is Ghost Pistol? Deals spooky damage instead of physical. Perfect for showdowns at high noon. I mean, I guess we can see how this works. I feel like spooky damage is kind of like special damage instead of, like, physical. But I guess we'll see. Oh, wait. The answer was there. Salt-crusted skull. The skull bears the marks of a prolonged and very strange torture. Etched into the back of the skull is the number 976. There we go. Slime meter on the tank reads 531. Oh. Okay, so we gotta get it to 976. That was a lot easier. Vinegar. And then there's you. It's not right. It's not right. All wrong. The temperature. It's not right. It's all wrong. Not at all. Not right at all. Alright, then do you. All wrong. Spore lad. Oh, great. They attack first. Minus 2 HP and stench? Spooky! Yeah, it did quite a bit of damage. I also don't know what stench does. Alright, you know, let's try to shoot Nanny. Oh, it hits random squares. That's how it works. Alright, it's not terrible. Alright, and there's you. Spooky. Whiff! Mmm! I'm glad this guy doesn't seem to do much damage. Whack. Honestly, that second guy was the hardest. That stat reduction thing added up real quick. Whiff. I'm starting to think the gun doesn't work on the bandits. Or these guys, at least. Yeah, there it is. He will deal no spooky damage to this target. His spooky resistance is 100. No wonder. This was the worst time to use this gun. At least on spooks. Alright. Gonna have to just, like, use the bone on you. Can't shoot you, but I could whack you with the bone. Whoa. Shoot. Bone. Okay. You set that ghostly fellow to rights, alright. Vinegar-soaked bones. Got an item, cursed pants. Weird. He didn't even have legs. Plus 15 spooky resistance. That wouldn't have been bad. The curse is that everybody could see your underwear. Hmm. Oh, that's its own slot, so it automatically equipped. These bones are all rubbery because they've been soaked in vinegar. Gross. You can faintly make out the number 190 scratched into one of the bones. Yikes. Temperature reads 93 degrees. Oh, okay, they give you a shovel. Okay. Pump. The coal burns away and the vinegar shoots up by 2 degrees. 14 degrees. 16 degrees. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. 19 to... What? Now it's constantly 5. Uh-oh. Oh, perfect. There it is. 190 degrees. Perfect. I think everything is set. You pull the lever and there is a deafening roar as the old machinery springs to life. After a while, a load of pickles is deposited in the receptacle to the left of the switch. You got an item, Ghost Pickle, times 3. Huh. All that work for 3 pickles? No wonder this place went out of business. You already activated the pickle factory and made some pickles. There's no pickle ingredients left to make pickles out of, even if pickle actually seemed like a word at this point. Thank you for pointing that out, game. This is the ghost of a pickle, brined in mystery and vinegar. Makes you difficult to damage for the rest of the day by turning you into a spooky ghost. It sells for 300 meat. Probably shouldn't be using this very lightly. This door just leads to an empty, dusty room. Huh. You could have sworn there was a vinegar tank and a boiler in there. And why would you make something like that up? Huh. You could have sworn there was a big tank full of pickle brine in there before. And a ghost. You could have sworn there were a bunch of cucumber storage tubs in there before. Is that it? Oh, if I had more mysticality, I could commune with her spirit. How much do I have? Not much. If I have anything that can increase it... Increase your muscle, mysticality, and moxie by 5 for the rest of the day. There's 2 mysticality. Moxie. Yeah, no, I think I'm screwed. The bandits tried to hole up in the old abandoned pickle factory. Oof, that's them done for. What do you mean? This place is haunted to the gills, indeed. I heard about it while I was asking about that necromancer. Doesn't need to be related, but it is apparently very, very dangerous. Yikes. So wait, where are the bandits? Were there none? Odd. I guess we're... Wait. Oh, wait, those spirits were the bandits, weren't they? Good lord, I'm slow. Guess we're done here. Alright, am I forgetting about anything? Al says you should take the remains of the Gherkin brothers to... Oh! Right then. So yeah, that was them. Will you be on in, like... 45 minutes? Yeah, most likely. Probably gonna give this like a good 2.5, maybe 3 hours. So I'll be around for a little bit. Alright, back to Dirtwater, I guess. You spot an old mine on the horizon. Abandoned mines are safe and fun to explore. You discovered a new map location, Snake Pit Mine. Sure, let's check it out. It's an exposed meat vein. Good luck, I'll stay out here and mind the horses. What, you don't want to explore a place called Snake Pit Mine? Haha, no. Well, gosh. If not, thank you. Yep. You start streams, so stream vids are game-based? Huh? You look at the mining equipment. You have no idea what any of it does. Ask Alice to explain it to you. Hey, Alice, do you know how any of this stuff works? Nope. Well, okay then. Explain to Alice. Hey, Alice, what? I just wanted to tell you about this mining stuff. Okay. So this first machine here, this is an automatic... vid history, vid per game? Oh! It's more to make it much easier to export it to YouTube. So I don't have to, like, download this gigantic-ass video onto my computer, split it into two, and then upload it again, right? Deposit. Dissolver. Alice stares at you blankly. Move on to the next machine. And this thing over here, this thing is used to extract brittle meat and then smelt it. Alice, so let's keep going. And this third machine, this is a magnetic ore excavator. It converts slate into dry clay. You got a perk, Mind Splainer. Alice rolls her eyes. Are you finished? Yes. What the fuck does Mind Splainer do? You're a real expert. You'll gain EXP when you interact with mining stuff. You sure do think you know a lot about mining? Wonderful. What? It's a coffee cactus. Requires foraging. I guess it is. Sure hope I don't get wrecked in here. You can see a snake coiled up in the little hole. Pull it out and punch it. Got the jump on him. It's a coal snake. Oh, it's not very powerful. Yeah, I did it the long way reverb once. Like, I just did one long video, one long stream for like 2 games. And then I had to do the whole splicing and then exporting thing, and I'm just like, this sucks, and I'm not going to do it again. You extract some of the snake's most valuable organs, snake liver. You collect venom from the snake's fang holes. You skin it with your trusty knife. Got coal snake skin. Big brain, yes, massive brain. This card is overflowing with rubble. Dig through it. 5 EXP. Unrefined meat nugget. Nugget. There's a smoking snake in this smoking hole. Pull it out and fight it. A fire-breathing coal snake. You're not gonna live long enough to demonstrate that, my friend. Boom. You really smoked that snake. I mean, you didn't smoke it like you'd smoke a shroot. You just smoked it figuratively. Yeah, these snakes aren't very strong. You extract some of the snake's most valuable organs. You got an item, snake venom bladder. You collect 1 medicine from the snake's roasted kidneys. You skin it with your trusty knife and got coal snake skin. Coal snake skin. A lot of people don't know the difference between venomous and poisonous. I'm not going to explain it to you, but this is what makes a snake move. Clever. They call this liver because snakes need it in order to live. This item is used in combat, restores 15 HP. Not bad. Just sell it. Put it on your hat to add 3 Moxie. What? What? You put the whole snake skin on your hat, making it slightly blacker than it was before, at least in the area right above the brim. What happens when a snake bites itself? Nothing. Obviously. Have you never played Pokemon or something? You can't poison a poison type. Dynamite, thermos of spiked coffee, a can of oil. I don't know what the oil does. Is this a lubricant? Is this a lubricant or a lubricant? Both, in a sense, because it is a can of lubricant. Fucking game. The den is full of snake eggs. Fight. Oh. This is going to end very badly for them. See you later. But poison isn't venom. Yeah, but venom can be poison, and in this case it is. 69 meat. You grab the rest of the eggs from the den and shove them into your briefcase. Soon they'll hatch and feel right at home. Plus 3 venom. There's not enough skin on any of them to be worth collecting. Fair. Venom-type Pokemon aren't real. Give it time, give it time. Somebody left their pick here. Pick it up. It's an exposed meat vein. That's what I'm saying. Give it time, buddy. Give it time. Oh, Billiam. Alright. You happen across an abandoned crate, which apparently fell off a wagon or something since the lid has been knocked loose. You know what that means? It's mine, all mine. You fish through the crate and help yourself to the contents, which happens to be mining gear, which appeared to be mining gear. So you were even more right than you knew. Wow. You got an item, can of kerosene, and another can of oil. I am unworthy yet entitled. Yeah, it's alright. It's surprising how many obstacles can be overcome simply by covering them with gas and setting them on fire. This item is used in combat. Weakens foes and makes them flammable. Yeah, you're entitled, but we love you anyway. I guess. Give her the pickle factory remains. What in the world? It's the Gherkin brothers, and please, I don't want to talk about it. It was really weird. I believe you. Here's the reward. And that's it. Wow. 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 Alright, let's just see what you got here. Anything in here I want to sell? Yeah, I'll sell this. Am I not using the fake flow pat? Yeah, I am. You can have the cow. That's actually all I care to get rid of for now. Oh, except for the, where's the meat nugget? There they are. Unrefined meat nug. Should go find Alice and find out if there's anything else to do here. Good old Dirtwater. This is where Elliot and I had our honeymoon. Of course, it was a wilder place back then. Was it? Well, it was while we were here. She shoots you a wink. Nice. The bartender in the Jules Saloon in Dirtwater that you try to fix their broken... Oh, yeah! I have a needle now. So now I can pick them open. You pick the lock. You open the hatch and check out the machinery inside. There's obviously something wrong given all the plinking and springing and clicking noises coming out of the gears and stuff. It looks pretty complicated. Buck had a good life before the undead. Yep. Ah, I see what's wrong. You recalibrate some springs and rearrange some gears, and the machinery inside starts operating smoothly. The music improves immediately. Nothing to it. Hey, Lloyd. I fixed the piano player for you. I thought so. He sounds better. Much better. Thanks a heap, Blacksmith. I'd offer you a free room in exchange, but you've already got one. No worries, Lloyd. Need help with anything? Nope, everything's red as rain here. If you're looking for work, you might ask the jailhouse? Oh, no, you've been here already. Just give me another spittoon, goddammit. Jailhouse is all good. Oh, hey, good to see you. You know, you really cleaned up the area. I'm plumb out of bounties for you. Does that mean I get to be sheriff? No, but I guess you could be a marshal if you want? Oh, what a coincidence. That's my middle name. Well, thanks again for all your help, Marshal. No problem. Blacksmith Marshal Maximus. Hot dog? Howdy. Oh, it's right, it's the hot dog guy. It'd be cool if, as you explore with the good dog, their expression slowly became happy. No, forever miserable. Well, if it isn't my savior, good old Blacksmith. Howdy yourself. The sign outside. Yeah, I had to change the name. I tried to file a trademark, and it turns out there's already something called a hot dog. What is it? Trust me, you don't want to know. I wish I didn't know. Anyway, a single letter removed, and I'm in business. He gestures at the menu on the wall behind him. Buy something. Elegant hot dog. Oh, these are actually pretty hefty boosts. This hot dog has been embellished with a zesty sauce. Don't get too excited, though. The zesty sauce is just regular old mustard. A thick, sturdy hot dog for a thick, sturdy cowboy. Elegant hot dog. This is exactly enough sausage and exactly enough bun to qualify as a hot dog. It is perfectly efficient. I can respect that. I always have mustard on my hot dogs. Always. Oh, level up grits to increase your appetite. Oh, speaking of increasing shit, I've been forgetting to do that. Jesus. Grit. What's gumption? Oh yeah, gumption is speed. So 6 shots. Yeah, it's walking, okay. Bickering. Stupid walking, which you just cannot level for some reason. I disagree with that decision, but... Okay. Wait, can I eat more things now? So I can. Level 10 stupid walking and it's just a yeah. It just slowly gets more and more disturbed as you level it. And it maxes out with you're basically like from The Shining. William Winnie says you... Oh, right, yeah, what else do we have to do? Forgetting anything. Alice tells you should get the medicine from the rescue mission up north and take it to that guy with the broken leg. Right. I'm very glad they put that option there, so you can find out, you can remember what the hell you have to do. Alright, so the mission. Wait, rescue mission? I think we went to the old mission already. Except I've never seen it, and I hope I never do. It's alright. A rustling sound in the bushes draws your attention, and you decide to investigate, because that's what adventurers do, no matter how bad of an idea it probably turned out to be. The wrestling turns out to be a goblin wearing, clown makeup and practicing their cartwheels and mostly failing. Eventually they give up on tumbling practice and start repeatedly throwing a shiny metal ball in the air and catching it. Oh, talk to it. Wow. Hello? Hello, hi! What you two doing? I am too learning a juggle. It tosses its single ball up in the air again, but, distracted by the conversation, misses the catch. Okay, but why? A clown becoming, joining the circus far away to traveling. Far to traveling, and then to popping. Popping? No, never mind. Oh, he's just having a good time. I'm leaving him... Oh, you can steal its ball? I'm leaving him alone, he's fine. If a goblin that is also a clown is absolutely the last thing you want to deal with right now, I totally respect that decision. Wait. Oh no, this is different, I think. Gosh, a real-life nun! Or, yes, I'm Sister Tabitha. I'm Blaximus Maximus. What's with the cots? Well, what with the cow attacks and so on, I felt my faith would be better served by running this place as a clinic rather than just a church. I also sell medical supplies if you'd like your healing to go. Yes, actually. Broken leg pills. Army trauma field kit. This kit only contains materials for treating... Oh wait, we already know this one. Max HP by 10. This probably couldn't hurt to have. You need an errands run. Funny you should ask. I've been experimenting with the healing properties of a purple grass that grows near here, but I've run out. Would you mind picking some for me? It grows near a cave that makes an unusual humming sound. You discovered a new application, Humming Cave. Let's listen to it sing. A burly, grizzled man in leather, well, everything, is busy peeling the skin off of a no longer recognizable animal. He looks up at you and growls, brandishing his skinning knife as if to say, "Bother me and you'll be next. Bother me and you'll be next." Yeah, I got that. Show him your skinning knife? That's not a knife. This is... Don't be stupid, they're both knives. So you're a Skinner too, eh? Well, not professionally or anything. It's a hobby, I guess? Alright, come over here and watch close. I'll show you a couple of tricks. You don't really understand the tricks, but they result in you getting some free skins, so you're happy. Oh, alright, that's cool. Skinner! Superintendent Chalmers. Huh, these rocks are weirdly organized. Hello. Ah, okay, I got the purple grass. But what's this all about? Must be something more to this. Wait, no. Alright, well I can't... I don't know. Oh. Might be able to push this over. Oh, instead of fighting what's here? Well, let's see what's here first. That snake isn't going to let you pass without a struggle. A struggle it is. Oh, it's an electrified snake. Alright. Okay, let's fight. Unfortunately for you, I also have snake. Haha. Take that. That wasn't as powerful as I thought it would be. Honestly, this snake isn't as powerful as I thought it would be. Spooky. You put an end to the shocking tale of the shocking snake. Snake venom bladder. You liberate the corpse from its skin. You got an item, electric snake skin. You collect one medicine from the snake's still sparking organs. Well, I guess we can push this now, can't we? Wow, what is that thing? What? This looks dangerous. Looks like there was a huge cave in at some point. Got strange stone something? Strange stone arrow. This is a triangular object made out of a strange stone-like material, shot through with channels of smooth black glass. The monolith is dark. I think it's probably time to leave. That was really weird. And to think a single electric snake was all that kept me from discovering that. Hell, my tinnitus is acting up. I should have brought some ear protectors with this shotgun. Are you talking about that quiet humming sound? I hear it too. Guess we both need our ears checked. I didn't bring an otoscope, though. Otoscope? I think it's coming from this cave, actually. Alright, well, let's bring her the thing again. The strange stone arrow you found starts going crazy, beeping and booping, whirling around of its own accord. It practically drags you in the direction of a strange, decrepit-looking house. You discovered a new map location. The professor's house. Sure, why not? Oh, that's a long way away. The beeping machine leads you to a ramshackle house in the middle of a desert. This is where that odd bleeping device led us. It looks like a perfectly ordinary house to me. Maybe it's weirder inside. Yeah, maybe. Excuse me? My name's Blacksmith Maximus. What? Oh, I didn't notice you come in. I'm not used to visitors, but folks generally call me the Professor. Is there something I can do for you? Well, I found this bleeping gizmo and I sort of followed the bleeping and it led me here. Well, I'll be. It certainly led you to the right place, young man. This is El Vibrato technology, and I happen to be as much an expert as anyone alive today. Now, what now? El Vibrato. They were an ancient race that lived here long before humans. Well, they mostly lived underground, so they might still be living as far as I know. Never seen a peep of an actual person, though, just the machines they left behind. Were they space aliens? Could be aliens, or genius pre-humans, or an entirely different terrestrial evolutionary line. At this stage of investigation, it's impossible to say. Isn't it exciting? Here, let me have a closer look at your bleeping gizmo. Aha! As I suspected, this is one of their transponders. It detects other El Vibrato technology and homes in, you see? That'll be why it led you here. I've got a thing I've been trying to repair. He tinkers around with the transponder for a bit and then plugs a strange stone marble into a socket on it. There you go. Good as new. Just swipe up or down to turn it on or off. You got an item, El Vibrato transponder. Swipe? Now I gotta warn you, this device will lead you to abandoned El Vibrato technology, but it might also attract unwanted attention. From what? From the El Vibrato technology. You'll see what I mean. Just be careful. Okay. You know, now that I think about it, you've arrived at a perfect time. In order to get anywhere further with my research, I need more samples of El Vibrato tech. But searching for it eats up all the time I could be using to research it. Haha, I get you. Right, you're the adventuresome type, so bring me back whatever devices you find, and if I can get them up and running, that'll benefit both of us. Okay, deal. Great, first priority will be to get my Keystone Fabricator running. They lock their doors and things with these little stone alloy blocks, see? So if we can make our own, that'll open a lot of doors for us, literally and figuratively. Alright, what do we need? The components aren't rare, at least as far as the priceless ancient technology goes. Bring me, about 5 handfuls of scrap. I should be able to salvage the last parts I need from that much. Roger that. That was a lot of information at once. Oops. What do you think of this guy, Doc? Seems alright, I suppose. Got kind of a strange hobby. Fabricate. This is the Professor's Keystone Fabricator. He's waiting on some parts to finish it. Hint, hint. This dresser contains 10 instances of the exact same shirt and 20 identical socks. Doesn't sleep very much. This appears to be an extremely powerful magnifying mirror. Basically an inside-out microscope. Check yourself. The microscopic mites that live in your eyelashes seem to be getting along just fine. Oh god. The Professor's toilet isn't a very good repair. Flush it. You gain 1 EXP. Alright, Professor. Back to that mission. To your delight, you see the silhouette of a big circus tent towering over the pines. You discovered a new... Well, I have to go to the circus. I bet the goblin's there. Well, this is a little weird. You didn't expect to find a circus all the way out here. There's basically nobody around for miles. There's a rodeo clown manning the ticket booth. Well, there hasn't been a rodeo since the cows came home, so I guess he's just a clown. Ugh. Clowns. Not a fan? They're so creepy. When I was little, my uncle would give me nightmares with old stories about them. Those old fairy tales. Demon clowns and demon cows fighting wars in hell? Right. And supposedly, rodeo clowns dress up like that because the first rodeos were reenactments of those battles, and it became a traditional thing. If you'd asked me 30-odd years ago, I'd have said you were nuts for even considering that might be real. These days, I'm not so sure. But that fella there is just a man in makeup with a crap job at a carnival. Yeah, I know. Still creeps me out, though. Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal something. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. Well, can't we all relate to this? Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow. Sir, how can I help you? I'd like to see the circus, please. Well, you came to the right place then. But if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket, and presumably you can sell me one. Why, certainly I can. That's my job, after all. For you, sir, a ticket will cost 5,000 meat. Say what? Does it seem a bit high? I promise you, sir, at this price, it's a real steal. Well, you got that right. Why is it so expensive? Well, now, this is no podunk little traveling circus. We've got rides, games, food, and an amazing demonstration of knife-throwing skill by none other than Barnaby Bob himself. Okay. Tell me more about Barnaby Bob. Oh, the boss is a real master of knives, let me tell you. He does this amazing stunt where he gets a volunteer from the audience up on stage and throws knives at them. He never misses his target. Did you leave out the part where he puts an apple on their head or something? What? Oh, right, yeah, sure. Tell me about the food. You got your favorites. Popped corn, sarsaparilla with the fancy new bottle caps, and get this. Did you hear about that new thing a fella invented, cotton candy? Yeah, I think I might have. Well, it's still patented, but we're pretty sure we figured out how it works. Mostly. More or less. Tell me more about the games. Oh, we got tons of them. Does 3 count as tons? 3 is more like some. We've got some of them. Tell me about the rides. Well, I suppose I should say ride. But we haven't had a single grisly merry-go-round accident since we stopped turning it on. You aren't doing a very good job of selling me on this. Why, whatever do you mean? Hornswoggle. Look, I'll drop the act. You don't know who I am, do you? Should I? Blaximus Maximus, Bureau of Traveling Entertainment Inspections. Bureau of... That's not a thing. Is that a thing? It's a thing. A very serious thing. And your ticket prices won't be an encouraging note in my report. Whoa, now, hold on, Chief. I was just joshing you. Come on, you know how clowns do. Mm-hmm. So what's the actual fee? 500 meat. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, let me just stamp your hand for re-entry. There you go, enjoy the show. What about my partner? Partner's getting free. As you enter the circus, the ticket booth clown shouts, "Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir," in a loud and enthusiastic voice. You stroll into the circus, actually I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs, and find it almost entirely deserted. There aren't more than a dozen other patrons besides yourself. There are a bunch of clowns around, working at booths and so on. More clowns than customers, which is a little unsettling, but at least the lines won't be very long. The merry-go-round has a dirty canvas tarp over it. The sign says, "Condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult a doctor." Sure are a lot of clowns around here. I guess that ain't all that surprising. Want a balloon? Not if a clown touched it. This extremely muscular clown seems to be guarding the entrance to some sort of stage. The clown crosses his arms and grunts when you approach. The stage show ain't till later. When? Later. Yeah, but when exactly? Later. Okay, jeez. Shooting gallery type game? Well, now, fella, I like to think I know a customer with a sharp eye and a quick hand when I see one. How'd you like to test your skills against a game of dexterity? What's the game? Well, on the wall behind me, I've got a bunch of thick-skinned, underinflated balloons. For 10 meat, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition. And your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one who beats it. Yeah, fair, I got that. What's the prize? A ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out, so it's a rare catch, my friend. Alright. The clown hands you the cheap pistol and gestures at the balloons behind him. Interesting. Shoot like the wind. You take careful aim and pop off rounds and balloons for as long as you can hold the gun together. Hey, not bad. Not bad at all. Not enough balloons for our grand prize, but it's worth a little something. I got a small plush kitten. +3 pistol attack damage. What is my current offhand? So this... Oh. I'll keep the souvenir spoon, actually. Sure. One kitten per customer. Okay, so I gotta do the other ones then. You awkwardly fumble the ammo into the pistol and fire until it's empty, at which point you can't figure out how to get it back open to put more in. Wow, not a single balloon popped. I did tell you the rules, right? How popping the balloons is the actual goal of the game? Shoot from the hip. You shoot at the balloons until the pistol jams. You manage to pop a few, but not very many. The clown nods. Yep, that's about average. Not enough to win a prize, though, sorry. Alright, I need like 30 Moxie. How do I get 30 Moxie? Oh, I have 27. And I can upgrade it. Oh, that's all that. Shoot like a jaguar. I'm not sure exactly how a jaguar shoots, but presumably it's very good. You clear nearly the entire wall of balloons, and the clown looks genuinely impressed. Well, I'll be. Looks like you win. Congratulations on the finest shooting I've seen in quite a time. You got an item, circus show ticket. The show will be starting soon, so don't miss it. Test your mind. Oh no. It's basically, it's gonna be just a stat check for everything, isn't it? I'm not gonna bother with the other shit. There's a clown here selling rubber toy balloons. When he sees he has your attention, he smiles and waggles the balloons at you enticingly. Howdy there, fella. Interested in a toy balloon? For you, just 30 meat. What colors do you have? Oh, we'll just take a look. Red. They're all red. How do you make them float like that? Why, there's nothing to it. Heck, they all float round here. I'll take one. Alrighty then, here you go. You got an item. Balloon. Tell me more about your circus. Really, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. Oh, what would you like to know? What are your traveling plans? This place you've got set up is kind of out of the way. What are your plans? Haven't decided yet. That's why we set down somewhere a bit more rural. Keeps things relatively quiet while we scout around. Get the lay of the land and all that. Where'd you travel from? Was your previous stop interesting? Oh, northwestish. It was a little hole-in-the-ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Why's everyone working here a clown? Oh, it's traditional. When the, what do you call them? Rodeos stopped being put on, the rodeo clowns took other jobs at the circuses and carnivals. Over the years, it just became the normal thing for carnies to be clowns. It's a community, you might say. And who is Barnaby Bob? Oh, the boss is a real famous showman, though I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him around here. Got an eye like a hawk, and he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss his show, it's a real highlight of the carnival. Alright, see you around, clown. Catch you later like an alligator. There's a kid. There's a sample of his face. I lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you, sir? No, but I'll keep an eye out. What's it look like? It's shiny steel and it's on a little chain. Surprisingly straightforward. The clown is pursuing this sideshow. Howdy, fella. Can I interest you in the wondrous and mysterious delights of the sideshow? What all do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh, how much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. And for everyone else, 300 meat. Alright, sure, why not? You won't be disappointed, and in the event that you are disappointed, no refunds. This place is big. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at, like all good sideshows are. A few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. Go on in, take your time, have a good look around. Just remember, no touching. These shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. Real weird-looking things. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and/or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A three-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, a twisted Mobius loop of a snake, oh god, without a head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. The one on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Someone has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under the eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth as well, and the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. Hang on a second. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jars, spinning to face you, and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. You stumble back with a cry of shock. Ah! Haha, got you pretty good there, buddy. What was that? It ain't a real critter. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. He takes a little push-button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Sounds pretty neat, actually. Should have seen your face. You about jumped right out of your boots. This is literally just like side content, and I love it. This guy's a startling sight, even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Hello there, I'm Blaximus. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. Take a closer look at him. You move a little to the side and lean over the rope to get a close look at the guy. He's basically just what he seems to be at first glance. A guy with a giant eyeball for a head. You do notice 2 things, though. First, he has an odd lump at the, well, what you would call the base of his skull, if he had one. A sort of crumpled, fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed and shriveled vestigial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool. And the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. So, this circus gig. His hands slowly curl into fists, and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see. Or, I understand, I mean. Do you blink? Or wink, I guess? Jesus Christ. Oh, God. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. When you stop to look at him, he nods amicably. Hello there. Welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas. Hi, I'm Blaximus. Delighted to meet you. So, well... Are you perhaps trying to think of a polite way to ask what's wrong with me? Yeah, you got me. Don't worry, Blaximus. I am in a sideshow, after all. It is an obvious and natural question. Wait a minute. You said that last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with 2 front sides, and he has another face on the back of his head, with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. Surprising, yes? A bit? Yeah, how is that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the, now, back of his head, so his other face can take a puff. Are you, what's the phrase, Siamese twins? Not exactly. It is difficult to describe, I'm afraid. 2 minds in one body with 2 faces? It would be closer to the truth to say 2 instances of the same mind, with, as you say, 2 faces. You're right. That doesn't make any sense at all. The fuck? The other face chuckles, and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. It took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind. Okay, sorry, no apology necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to permit them to bend in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow? With a regular suit and haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot the clown making a gesture, but you didn't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite the life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you meet such interesting people. What? These clowns are doing terrible things. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely at you. Hello? Hello there, enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. She smiles slightly. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What is your name? I'm Janet. And you? I'm Blacksmith. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Blacksmith. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. I'm only teasing, dear. Would you like to see what's inside? Janet whistles to signal the clown, and he moseys over. He unlocks the door on the front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Janet's body, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps. Liquids of various colors, mostly red, slosh through the tubes. A large bellows near the top inflates, then begins to slowly deflate. What do you think? It's some kind of trick, right? You're folded up behind a mirror in there or something. No trick. The clown chuckles and walks around the back of the box. He opens a hatch and waves at you through it, then saunters back to his place by the shelves. It's amazing! I've never seen anything like it. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. It's certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach, if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. Sure, we'll examine. You watch the various liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but it is indeed educational. You got a perk, anatomical learning. How did this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? I'm sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry, it must be a painful memory. Her calmly composed face creases into a very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. Oh, God! So these clowns are terrible. This has to be one of those weird bent mirrors that makes you look all crazy, as if there wasn't enough crazy-looking stuff here already. Ah, this mirror shows you what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face, painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like... What are you doing? It almost looks like he winks at you. Her. Okay, we're gonna go back to the circus another time, because we still actually have shit to do. Also, I don't think I can listen to this music anymore. In a devastated cornfield off to the side of the trail, you see a similarly devastated scarecrow. Its shirt is untucked, its hat is knocked off, and don't even get me started on the state of its ascot. Fix it up. You make the scarecrow at least mostly presentable. It's important to look your best at all times. You never know when a famous crow might show up. Alright, got your grass. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Blessings upon you. That was pretty straightforward. Alright. Now we have... this person... oh. Long way there. You find a crate lying by the side of the trail. Its lid knocked loose. It has fell off the back of a cart limited, stenciled on the side, which seems a bit on the nose, but hey, free stuff is free stuff. You fish through the crate and help yourself to the meager, but free, contents. Lasso. This rope has already been tied into a lasso for your convenience, which is lucky because you have no idea how to tie a lasso. This item is used in combat, disables target for 2 turns. Hey, bud. There you go. Whew, thanks. I feel like a new man again, or at least the same man with a new leg. That's good. Go drink some milk or something, okay? He waves and skips happily away. Well, that was nice. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but sure. Alright, what am I forgetting? Al says you should get that saltpeter from Fort Cowardice. Oh, I'm so glad they made this a thing. It's really easy to forget what you have to do. Oh, no encounter. Surprising. Pretty quiet for a fort. I'd expected soldiers marching around. Up 2, 3, 4 sort of thing. Yeah, must be abandoned. Just like the old saying goes, when life gives you cannons, make a cannonade. You climb up into the watchtower and take a look around. Nice view from up here. Use binoculars. You see a splash of greenery in a canyon up north. Must be a spring up there. Snake Spring. You climb down from the watchtower and pitch the binoculars in a nearby trash can. This was once a reception desk, but now the most appropriate thing for it to receive would be a free trip to the dump. This cabinet is mostly empty, but there are a handful of boring personal records in the back of one drawer. They are incredibly boring. No, really, I want the details. Fine, you read one. Patricia Smith, secretary, pay grades, E5, 6 days, 12. Accrued sick days, 6 weeks satisfied. No, another! Ooh, good conduct medal. Killed in at 66th Beanslinger Division. Now you're just looking at the same ones you've read before. What is wrong with you? Yeah, it doesn't change. Looks like there's still some good mess left. Hardtacks, and military-grade whiskey. The cupboard is bare, and also it's not really a cupboard. What? Ah, god damn it. In general, this is a door. More specifically, it's the door to the General's office. Even more specifically, it's the locked door to the General's office. Game, please. Stoves beyond cleaning. Blech. It's a spice rack. Ah, there it is. You hear the sound of several goblins snoring inside this tent. Go in, guns blazing. Snack! Yeah! Shoot! Oh, y'all are not gonna last long. Oh god, Snack! Snack 2.0. Y'all can't even hit the snacks. Oh yeah. You heroically defeated the sleeping goblins who were guarding their beds. Kick it open. Incendiary bullet and a hardtack. I should probably see what hardtacks do exactly. Increases your armor by 5 for the rest of the day. Yeah, that makes sense. Hardtacks are actually extremely hard. You really shouldn't be eating them. This is a bullet made with extra flammable gunpowder. Ah! You can use that in combination with the oil. Good to know. Empty. An unlocked footlocker. I guess that makes it just a footer? Full canteen, army trauma kit. This is some very old water in the very old canteen. Drinking it would probably give you tetanus, which was discovered very recently. Ah, puts out fires. Okay. This cot is soaked with blood. Based on the papers and anatomical diagrams scattered across its surface, you're guessing this death belonged to Fort Cowardice's nurse. Look at the papers. The papers are mostly just boring medical records. Dental daguerreotypes? Lamentations that antibiotics haven't been discovered yet, that kind of thing. Hey, wait, what's this? This looks like it might be important. Marching orders. There are a bunch of drawings of sliced open bodies. You take a moment to correlate the drawings to what you saw in Janet's box in the circus sideshow, and come away with new insights. Huh. Cool. This shelf still has some unlooted medical supplies on it. Render them looted. Military-grade whiskey. It's fortified with all sorts of vitamins and things and can be used to sterilize or at least to make... Okay, cool. Man, I really do not have any safecracking, do I? Granted, I don't know where to get it, so... Oh, I want to upgrade Deploy Snake. I don't have enough EXP. Fuck. The sign has the Goblin word for toilet on it. That sign says toilet in Goblin, which makes it pretty likely that Goblins use this tent as a toilet. No way are you gonna go in there. Yikes, this mishap definitely got someone fired. It's a unusually sized cannonball. Demi-Cloveran cannonball. Centimeters, no demi less, no demi more. I guess that's all. Even though there's shit I could get, but no lockpicking, so. Yes, Horse, I'm very excited to see you too. Alright. Right back to Dirtwater. Your L vibrato transponder starts making that bleeping noise that means either treasure or a monster is nearby. It turns out to be a monster. Nuts. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to have noticed you. I'm fighting it. Okay, it doesn't look as tough as I thought it is. I can actually probably just kill it in one shot. Cool. You taught that ancient machine the error of its ancient ways, whatever those are. Got scraps. I guess that's how this is gonna work. No. You. Here you go. That's the stuff. Thanks. Okay, the next thing I need is a certain kind of hot pepper. It's called a murder pepper. Because it's really spicy. Because it literally has a knife and kills people who ask them questions. They grow in the area outside of town. You should be able to find one if you just wander around a while. What? I need to see this pepper. Creative supplies. Ooh, smelling salts. And bullet. This is a bottle of foul-smelling ammonia crystals designed to disgust people into being more awake. Gives you one additional action point when used in combat. Ah, okay. I was wondering if there's any way to restore those. So wait, where's the pepper? I need to find that murder pepper. A lot available, not a lot. Yeah. Not a lot available. Y'all are clever. You spot a store on the horizon. Perhaps you could exchange meat for goods and services there. Button Willow McCritic's store. Sure. Hi? The woman behind the counter stares at you with a huge grin on her face. She gestures at the goods she's got for sale. Take a look. Got lots of drinks, don't you? Provides an option to hammer things in certain places, particularly if you have some nails. Alright, we'll buy a hammer then. Blocks and how to pick. There it is. Buying it. Modern snake oiler, buying it. Needle, buying it. That's about it. You quickly memorize the entire book. Lockpick and expertise. After you're done reading it, you donate it to a local orphanage. Soon those orphans will be able to make their escape. Go, orphans, go! Alright, so good medicine lets you recover HP in combat. Fan hammer and big spleen. There's a free sample of cologne that says it'll make your spleen bigger. Gives big spleen, a perk that lets you consume more potions a day. Okay, I'm getting fan hammer now. Unfortunately, a stray spark from one of your shots sets the magazine on fire and you're unable to prevent it from being destroyed. Aw. Okay, now that we have lockpicking, actually. Wherever it is. There it is. Upgraded 200. Oh. It hurts, but I need it. I'm just glad I finally have lockpicking. It's been long overdue. You find a pair of saddlebags slung over a tree branch. Stenciled letters on the side read, Property of Fort All Dead Library. Hey, modern snake oiler. Hell yeah. Good medicine. Spleen. Gives bad medicine, a combat skill that will reduce a target's moxie. Alright, let's learn good medicine now. When you open your eyes again, you practice making the snake oil concoction until you can do it with your eyes closed. When you open your eyes again, it appears that somebody has stolen your magazine. Scoundrel. Game, you're silly. Can I pick this? I can, and you need a needle too, but oh well. What? You're here? Oh, it's a goblin. The goblin seated at the desk is repeatedly firing their pistol at that pie safe. Say, what you are doing? Shooting pies. Always shooting pies. Could you elaborating on that? Why shooting a pie? Yes. To destroying, obviously. Must to destroying a terrible pie. What is wrong with the pie? Bah, a human will never understanding. Ask again. No, really, why a pie shooting? Shut up, so much angry. Keep trying. Looking, I'm pretty sure being a pie is destroyed. Destroy up, huh? Look, so many holes in a pie safe. You winning. A pie is dead. You certain being? Waiting here, I will checking. You peek through the bullet holes. Yep, that pie is shot to hell. Hooray, you are a success! A pie is so very destroyed being. I doing it? Oh, you have no idea, Clara. So much doing it. But now what? Huh? What I shooting now? I guess you finding another pie? What? There more pies being? Yes, a world is full of pies. Oh no, this violencing will never ending. Sorry being not wishing to enabling this behavior. No, this is my cross-bearing. I must going and continuing the fight. Okay. Thanking you. Okay, I wishing you good luck against the forces of pie. Hornswoggle them? Leaving the gun, fighting a pie with honor with fists. Yes, you are correct. Truly a pie must be with my own strength fighting. Thought General Gobb's pistol. General Gobb strides out the door, jaw clenched, eyes resolute with pie hatred. Well, that was weird. I guess I'm the general now. This pistol is not of goblin manufacture, which you can tell because it doesn't look like complete garbage. Quite the opposite. In fact, it looks like not garbage. I think this is worse than my current gun. Yeah, welcome back, Lara. You've come back in time for pretty much complete nonsense still. There's a single pie inside, shot to pieces. Got an item, lead pie. Increase your range damage by 10 for the rest of the day. Oh my god. Alright, what else is there here that I can crack open? Yeah. Military grade whiskey and smelling salts. I need more needles. Alright. You catch a whiff of something that makes your eyes water. You trace it to its source, a vividly colored red shape hanging from a scraggly little plant. This must be the southeast western murder pepper that fella at the jewel was looking for. Your finger and thumb immediately start throbbing as you pluck the pepper. You toss it into your rucksack before it can do any more damage. Oh my god. It's like those insanity peppers that were on The Simpsons. Kitchen? Did you find me a murder pepper? Yep. Ah, nice big one. That'll last a while. Good going. Okay, so if you're still looking for more stuff to do, I need someone to go check my mail. I ordered a new saute knife, but I haven't got time to go fetch it myself. Here's the key to my post office box. That's in this town, I believe. Let me just swim there real quick. There it is. Open. You open the box and a torrent of junk mail falls out to reveal a knife, just sitting loose in the box. Beautiful. The roll is one of my favorite stupid walks. Here you go. Excellent. This will work a lot better than that hammer I was using. What? Okay, I only need one more favor from you, but it's the most important. I used to have this recipe for a very secret jerk sauce. Ooh. Oh, what I would do for some good jerk chicken right now. But my jerk friend Dave J, his last name better not be Jerk, stole it from me, and then he died and took the secret to his grave. Literally, I mean, he was buried with it. You want me to dig up his grave? He's dead, he won't mind. Well, okay. Dave J. I don't know where to go for that, though. Desert house. Right. Oh, the Dave Yard. You notice a smoldering hole in the ground and recognize it as the habitat of the southeast western coal snake. The Dave Yard. They keep to themselves mostly, but they're also known to enjoy a fight if one is thrust upon them. Thrust one upon it. Oh, you're done. Didn't stand a chance. Dave B, Dave C, Dave J. You dig up the grave and pry open the coffin. Instead of a corpse, it contains a garbage bag. Strange. Reach inside. Reach into the garbage bag and are surprised to find it's full of pudding? No, it's not just pudding. It's pudding and motor oil. Who would do this? Keep digging. You finally manage to reach all the way to the bottom of the bag and retrieve a sodden lump from the bottom. You unglob the wad and dry it off, then wash your arm in a nearby ditch. This better be worth it. Your El Vibrato Transponder starts beeping. You follow it to a small outcropping of El Vibrato ruins in a nearby creek bed. Poke around. You find a few bits and pieces worth keeping. Scraps and a punch card. Alright. Stupid walking, stupid walking. Yeah, got it. Hey, thanks a million, buddy. Now my slop will be world famous. Here, let me give you a little something for all your trouble. It fell in the slop, but it's still good. I got a sloppy top hat. One might even call it a slop hat. The old sloppy toppy, they call this. That sounds terrible. Okay, so Fake Pope has 2 armor, 5 moxie. And slop hat is... Oh, yeah, no, the Pope armor is straight up... Pope hat is straight up better. That sounds right. It does. No lie. You gotta give him the old sloppy toppy. So for that, you're gonna need a set of fine silk top hats. They have to be silk, nothing else. And then a sloppy Joe, and we'll take it from there. Am I forgetting anything? 5 chunks of El Vibrato scrap. How many do I have? Only 3, really. Anything else? Guess that's all. Oh, really? Damn, I've been doing well. I guess I'll just see if I can find any more. Oh, I have not been here. Silversmith's house. Well, let's go. I tried, but the game was just like, no, you're going here now. It's weird that a silversmith would leave his tools out in the open like this. He probably got sick of making silver bullets for people. That's all anyone wants silver for these days. I imagine it's real demoralizing if you fancy yourself an artist. Oh, okay, horse. The sign says, silver bullet making apparatus. Help yourself. Help yourself. The workbench has a little burner and crucible for melting silver things and some bullet molds. It seems pretty straightforward. There's also a vise, so you could smash silver bullets into needles if you wanted to. Alright. Oh, I have silver cufflinks. I can use them. Yay! You're not planning on going to any weddings or funerals anytime soon, so you figure it's safe to turn these cufflinks into something more immediately useful. You don't have anything to make anything silver to make into bullets. Alright, let me make 1 needle. Oh, it gives you 2 needles. Not bad. Deals extra damage against cows and other demonic creatures. Cool and smooth as a mountain stream, propelled by gunpowder through the flesh of your enemies. Anyone here? Well then. A twin bed. The silversmith must have been a bachelor. Or a half-wit guy with a half-wit spouse. A spittoon! A spittoon. At least, it looks like a spittoon, but it's next to the bed. It might actually be a bedpan. Investigate it. What? Really? I mean, if it is just a spittoon, that's bad enough. But it might be a bedpan, and that would be way worse. Investigate it. I feel like maybe you aren't getting what I'm saying. We're talking about an object that someone probably uses when they wake up in the middle of the night and can't be bothered to walk to the outhouse. And the best you can hope for is maybe they only use it to spit nighttime tobacco juice into, in which case it's only full of rancid, congealing tobacco spit. I'm investigating it. Are you even listening to me, or are you just sort of skimming past the text? Bedpan. I'm pretty sure there's treasure in there, and you aren't stopping me. Bedpan! Shut up, I'm investigating. Okay, fine, have it your way. Your own filthy, disgusting way. It turns out to probably not be a bedpan, but it is definitely a spittoon, and it is definitely filled with rotting brown spit. Fish around in it. What is wrong with you? Bite me? Oh, good God. Okay, you plunge your hand in up to the wrist. It makes a gloop sound and breaks the thin skin of congealing toxins that was previously keeping the dire smell in relative check. That is an actual thing. Now you are choking in a miasma of oily, bitter chaw stink. You know that feeling you get when you're about to puke? How you get that taste way back in the rear corners of your mouth, that metallic tang by the root of your tongue like you're sucking on a corroded old penny? Just tell me what I found already. You found a filthy, slime-covered old brooch. Are you happy? I bet you're gonna put it on without even washing it first. You caught an item, revolting brooch. Maybe I will, so there. This brooch would be much smaller if it weren't for the thick layer of tarnish and dry tobacco spit. This goes on your lapel. This is actually much more powerful. Doesn't have any more text. I'm sad. The bookshelf contains like 90 copies of Johnny Tremaine. There's something weird about it, though. It's too neatly organized. Like maybe the guy was hiding something. Search for secrets. Tucked behind one of the books, you find a small envelope filled with receipts. About half of them are from a shop called the Silver Plater. He was crooked! The silversmith was selling cheap fakes! Oh well, he's gone now, and so are most of his customers. No sense in stirring up trouble at this point. You write down the location of the shop. Might come in handy. You discovered a new map location, the Silver Plater. Oh, you find a couple things that still look edible. Instant grits and plum pudding. Plum pudding. Not bad. Instant grit. If you've got enough grit, you don't even need to add water. Always add water. Sorry. Oh, safe Kraken 3. There's a note on the safe reading. I forgot the darned combination to this confounded thing. If you can open it, you're welcome to what's in it. Yeah, gonna need safe cracking 3 for that. And I don't think I'm close to that yet. Nope. Can't say I hold with breaking in and looting a fellow's place. Nah, look at the dust all over everything. This guy checked out ages ago. Well, if you say so. I do. Thanks, Spittoon. This was excellent. Okay, now we go to the ranch. You hear a rustling sound and trace it to a small gulch nearby. Peeking over the edge, you see a goblin rustling around in the brush. Presumably, it's a gulch goblin rustler. Always kind of assumed that referred to a different sort of rustling, though. It looks up at you and makes some angry-sounding goblin noises. Oh, scam some food off of it. Hey, quick! There's a cougar coming! We have to distract it! Do you have any food to throw at it? Hurry! You got an item, goblin sandwich. Increases your moxie by 5 for the rest of the day, but decreases your muscle and mysticality by 3. Not bad. This is both a sandwich for goblins and a sandwich where the meat is goblin. Wow. Looks like the cows did a number on this place. Better check those bones over there. Make sure they ain't about to jump up at us. Okay. Needle in a haystack. Needle in a haystack. Needle in a haystack. It's a crate. Open it up. You got a handful of nails. You got depressed rancher candy and a lock. Like all things for ranchers, this candy was a lot better before the cows came. Oh, it's off of Jolly Rancher. God damn it. Increases your melee damage by 7 for the rest of the day. It's fucking based on Jolly Rancher, which I love, by the way. I love Jolly Ranchers. Mostly the gummies. Looks like Jethro's bones were dug up by some varmint or another. Tumbleweed. Got a charred locket. Need to learn foraging somehow soon. It's probably something I have to just kind of stumble upon the way I found lockpicking. Between the smoke and the noise, you're guessing that the contents of this outhouse are more dangerous than average outhouse contents. Fight! Oh fuck, it's the cow. Oh man, this thing's gonna be tough. JK. The outhouse is now safe as outhouses. By the soft light of the fading embers, you see a You see a glint of light from below. You hold your nose with one hand as you fish out your prize with the other. You got an item, a toilet pistol. Deals stench damage instead of physical. That's great. You should call it a locket on account of how it was as lucky to escape that fire. Examine it. The lock on this locket reminds you why they call it a locket. Carefully pick the book. You got an item, picture of Mary Stearns. A faded daguerreotype of a little girl. The name Mary is written on the back. It's a photograph of a serious looking girl. On the back's written things. Sad. Sad. Oof. I guess one of the neighbors must have happened by and buried the bodies. Thank goodness for that. I'd have thought you'd be injured to that sort of thing. Sorry, inured to that sort of thing. More than your average Jane, I guess, but I'm not a mortician. Mostly I deal in keeping folks alive. True enough. Check it. Stock certificate? This is a certificate entitling the bearer to 13 shares of Simmons Textile Manufacturing, a company based in New York. Just sell it. Alright. There's still some beans in this pot. You got blackened beans. Increase your spell damage by 5 for the rest of the day. Makes sense. They're still edible, but you could also probably use them as stove fuel in a pinch. Toys? The toy box contains a single object, a creepy burnt porcelain doll. Talk to it? It's the work of a moment to fix the doll's voice box. Pull the string. You pull the string. The doll's eyes roll back into its head, and its mouth begins to move. Hi, I'm Grace. What's your name? I'm Blacksmith. Hi, Blacksmith. You're nice. Do you want to play with me? Yes, let's play. Hooray! Mary used to play with me, but we didn't get to finish our tea party before she went away. Will you help me finish it? Sure. Surely. Hooray! The game is almost over. Mary did such a good job. The doll's eyes roll back forward. Go downstairs and get my cup. Do you know the magic word to make the mean cow let you into his secret room? No, what is it? The magic word is peanut butter. The doll goes silent. You shudder as you realize that talking dolls haven't been invented yet. All the books on the shelf are burned, but you notice something strange about the back of the shelf. Your deft fingers find a hidden catch, and the back panel of the shelf slides away to reveal a secret compartment. There's a book inside. Mary Stearns' diary. A little girl's diary, browned a little around the edges, but otherwise untouched by the fire. The first page says in a little girl's handwriting, "This is the diary of Mary Stearns. This is the dairy of Mary Stearns." Why does he keep walking? So there's literally something that you can equip called stupid walking, and it does that. The AI and dairy are crossed out and IA written above them. The diary starts out as typical kid stuff. You flip ahead until you notice the writing getting shakier. Found a dolly under a cactus out back, and she told me her name was Grace. Mama and Papa don't believe me that she talks. They say I got a big imagination. It's absolutely just for swag and comedy. There's no benefit to it. Grace says the cows are gonna get us, but Papa says we'll be okay, because this weren't never a cow ranch. Grace says he's wrong, but Papa won't believe me. Grace says she can keep the cows away, but I have to play tea party with her. I don't like this kind of tea party, but Grace says it's important to keep the cows away. Mama was sad they couldn't find Effie. Papa said she's been gone so long and they should put a cross up, but Mama won't let him because she thinks she'll come back. Papa said she's only 11. How far could she have gone? And Mama started crying again. Don't want to play tea party anymore, but Grace says I has to. Papa was out for 2 days looking for Joey, but of course he didn't find him. Mama cries so much. I tried to tell her him and Effie are helping keep the cows away, but she don't understand. Wait. Did Grace? Oh boy. I told Grace I'm not playing tea party again, but she says I gotta, and if I don't, cows will eat all 3 of us. She said either I get Mama or Papa to play, or else I gotta play it by myself. That's the last entry. Huh. Tank couldn't make it, so he got someone's friend to tank, got a totem, we dropped a couple of runs that made it to ads. Cool. At least he got a totem. Where is this downstairs that she's speaking of? It's not the outhouse, right? It's all quiet now. Gwendolyn Stearns. This flower is smoking. Thickets? Smoking chrysanthemum. Interesting. Oh. As you approach the grave marker, the hair on the back of your end stands up as a voice whispers in your ear. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give what to you? The air grows colder. The picture of me. I can see it. You have it. You shouldn't look at it. Nobody should look at it. I guess you must be Mary. Why don't you want anyone to look at it? Oh, the poll pad is it's top tier, Jin. The whispering gets quieter. Anger seeps in around the edges of the voice. Because they'll know. Give it to me. I don't know what. What happened. What I did. Give me the picture. Give it to me now. Hey guys, should I fight the small girl? Or small girl ghost? Kathy says fighter. 1v1. 1v1 me, bro. Or sis, I guess. Clara says no. What does Jin say? Alright, fight it is. Kill. There's a reason I never mentioned you, Reverb. You come at the pop, you get knocked out. Yeah, she's pretty tanky, but keep in mind my gun does 29 damage. Oh my god! Jesus Christ. I forgot I had that. Poor girl. You hope she finds some peace. You tear up her picture and scatter it on the wind. I reckon she probably would have given me something if I had just, you know, given her the thing. Tumbleweed. Oh! There it is. That's the cellar. Please do not speak to my wife that way, streamer. What? Listen, if y'all want a meme, that's fine, but I have to keep up with it. Otherwise I get lost and I just go, what? Pile of loose boards. Build a crate? Open it up. Are you fucking kidding me? What? That return... Oh, yeah. It is. Ranch Punch. Increase your melee damage by 7 for the rest of the day. Ranch Punch is the slang name for the combination of milk and whiskey ranchers used to drink. Its actual name is undrinkable garbage. I made a crate and then I opened it and I got loot. Game, please. Clove drops and cat's eye candy? Spell damage. This is a candy that you desperately hope is not made of real cat's eyes. Little balls of sugar infused with clove. Who would do this? Who would do that? Ew. There's a weird shaped cow stain on the wall. Whisper. Atop the sinister-looking altar sits a copper goblet filled with what appears to be blood. I kind of just want to destroy this. I'm gonna destroy it. You don't know what this is, but you know it's abominable. You grab the goblet and smash it against the altar. Everywhere the blood lands, cracks appear. The altar groans as it crumbles into ruin. And how? Alright, let's check out that doll. They're probably going to be thrilled with what I did. Grace's eyes glow red. She must know what you did. You'll live to regret this. Hee hee. Her mouth snaps shut and her eyelids close. Well, that's only a little bit ominous. Yeah, it's probably fine. This horse. Can't open it. No safe cracking. So there's a railroad camp we can go to. Oh, and Snake Spring. In fact, there's a bunch of places we can go to. Wow. Let's try the silver plater first. See what he's selling. As the trail curves through a patch of marshy ground, you catch a whiff of something worse than swamp gas. It's a stankabove. A cow's skull floating in a cloud of nauseous vapors, and it saw you even before you smelled it. Alright, let's go. A stankabove. Alright, well, you're gonna die. Cow fangs and infernal soul fragment. You really crushed that stinker. Yes, I did. A wispy, tattered little bit of infernal cow spirit, just hanging out on this side of the pail, going boo, boo. Cow fangs. For centuries we ate them. These teeth are proof that they've decided it's their turn. Oof. Howdy, what can I do for you? Well, do you have a menu? A menu? What are you talking about? Isn't this a walk-up style restaurant? What? No, I'm a silver plater. I play things with silver, you know? Oh, I thought your sign was... Never mind. The man grins, revealing a full set of silver-plated teeth. So, you need something plated? What are my options? He looks you up and down. I could plate that hat you're wearing. People with silver hats get more done, they say. This will enchant your hat to add 1 to your maximum action points. Maybe something else? I could plate your melee weapon that you're using there. It'll do more damage that way. This will increase the damage of your equipped melee weapon by 3 or even more against creatures. Something else? I could plate your pistol. It'll do more damage. This will increase the damage of your equipped pistol by 3 or even... Yeah, that I want. I want that. Plate it. What else can you plate? No. No. Don't think I can do much with what you've got on there. How about some of this other stuff? He looks through your pack and... Mouth? Say, that's a fine-looking tongue you've got there. I could play that for you, sure. My actual tongue? The one in my head? Yep. I don't think we'll do that. Not only because I can't afford it. A silver plater? In case you want something a little bigger than a silver bullet, I expect. Ooh, like an entire silver gun? You understand that wouldn't actually cause more damage, right? Joke's on you, my gun's more powerful now. You don't know what you're talking about, Doc. Snack Spring. Wait, haven't I been here? Seems familiar. Oh, no, I haven't been here. An endless stream of snakes pours out of a hole in the canyon wall. Grab a big one? Okay, well, that's cool. Snake liver! Let's grab a handful this time. Yeah, there's a bunch of them, but they're all kind of weak. Oh, this will not end your turn. That's a big deal. Cost 3 AP, unusable 1 square foot. Actually, let's summon a snake. Go, Snick! Oh no! Oh no! I don't support snake-on-snake violence. Oh, you're stronger. Yeah. spooky. Snake on snake violence. You hate to see it, Clara. You hate to see it. Ew. Ew. Snake spleen, snake, but man. We're good. Wait, is this why it's called Steak Springs? Oh my god. That's my husband's line, thief? What? Wait, what's your husband's line? Wait, examine it. It's an insubstantial piece of an infernal cow. Destroy it? Get thee hence, little doggy. Let's fight them again, because why not? Shoot, Nanny! Wow, that was garbage. Yeah, I've invented that. There's a copyright. Well, if you'll just show me the paperwork, then, I mean, we can move on from there. Surely you have the paperwork on you. What in turn? Well, I'll give you that one. That one is definitely you. My lawyer already sent it to you. I don't see it. You did get a real lawyer, didn't you? Like, not a fake lawyer. What was this again? No, I want to get another level in Snick. Let me see how strong it is. I'll let you say tarnation if you let me shitpost in higher density. Higher density. Frankly speaking, I'd rather just ban you. So, yeah. I guess in a way the choice is yours? Oh my god. That's... oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, my snake is tanky now. Look at this thing. Oh, this was definitely the play. Okay, well. Your move, Jin. Your move. Alright, I'm gonna leave the snake spring alone. Neat little farming area, though. I appreciate that. What do you think? About what? The snake's pouring out of the hole in the rock over there? Yeah. I think I'm going to continue to stand over here. No, Suzanne and thought, isn't this chick from Boston or something? What are you getting at, Jin? You're appropriating my call. That's not how that works. That's not at all how that works. I know you want it to be, but that's not how that works. There's a crate in the road, which is not a crate's natural habitat. Poor lost crate. Maybe you can help it? Open it up. Full canteen, ranch dressing, and another lock. Increase your maximum HP by 25 for the rest of the day. This is an amazing poultice. You can apply it to your wounds before you even get them. So this is Fort All Dead. Ha ha. Yeah, what's up? Holy goddamn. Yeah, this is a little intense. We have to do something about this immediately. Any ideas? Well, only way I can think of to get rid of all these things all at once would be to poison them somehow. That isn't very doctorly. What, you never heard of vaccination? Look, would you rather fight an army of skeletons all at once, or find a way to slip something into their food supply nice and quiet-like? Binoculars. Climb down from the watchtower and pitch the binoculars in a nearby trash can. You can't just start tarnating like for 2 weeks and say you're a tarnator. You're not a tarnator. You're a tarnatee. I can't help. Listen. This man, this absolute madland, this god of a black mage, will just type. He will type. You can't just start tarnating like send for 2 weeks. Send. And say you're a tarnator. Send. You're a tarnatee. Send. Like, I can't beat that. That's too powerful. He types the things and then he pushes send. He knows what he's doing. There is no help against Jin. Plus Reverb is here, so that makes Jin... They have like a kind of synergy. They make each other like 50% stronger. He doesn't seem to notice you. Excuse me. Beg your pardon, excuse me. There's no force in the universe that can get this tarp off of this crate. Okay? These crates are just decorative. Separate them. Exactly. Exactly. They're literally Hansel and Gretel. They tether to each other and you just can't beat them. You're not even in tank stance, Claire. What are you doing? The problem is that we need another stream to draw aggro off of either Reverb or Jin, so we can split them. And unfortunately, yeah, there's nothing to draw that aggro, so we're short on tanks. Go and stream, Claire. It's a giant map of the region. This table has a little model of the region on it. These toilets are all very clean. Wait, what? What did I get? It's a toilet, its flush handle is missing. I got something off of that. Skeleton spore? This isn't as gross as you'd think. It's basically just dust. Oh, okay. Nah, don't I mean what that? You know what you said, and it's very good. I love it. Nothing in here but a sewing kit. Yield plus ×3, that's good. Military grade whiskey and armor. Smelling salts. Artillery saber. Chemical bullet. Hardtack. +6 pistol attack damage. Ooh! Equipped. The army, in its infinite wisdom, apparently decided that every soldier needed a sword, even the ones who were only good at using guns. Clara, no, you can't respond. You can't play into him. You can't do it. You cannot respond to him. You can't play into his game. He will devour you with advanced trollery. You fool! Clara, no! Bone chips, loose teeth. Great. You picked the lock, revealing the footlocker to be full of human bones. Well. Shelves laden with the skeleton army's food supply. Examine it. You pick up a can at random and read the label. Mushy skunk kidneys. Nasty. Cured eyeballs. Dehydrated skunk kidneys. Alright, we're just gonna taint it. You sprinkled the waste all over the food. If this works, by tomorrow they should all be no more. This trash can smells terrible. Dig through it. No way! Not without some stench resistance. Oh, I have that. Offhand. Flowers. Oh, good. A disgusting old hat. You got an item. Old patrol cap. Cool. I gotta switch the offhands back. +3 pistol attack damage. Good, but I'll still keep my Pope hat. A lot of bilingual Andys in here. Rest assured, Streamer is not one of them. Fuck's this? You dig through the knapsack. Wait, what's this? A note? Yes, it's a note. Cryptic note about ley lines. There's also an evil-looking leather-bound tome. Introductory Nex Mex. The last thing is a little diary, which you decide to leave in there in case the owner comes back looking for it. Read it. It seems to have been written by one of the Necromancer's cultists. He and several others were reanimating the dead soldiers here on the theory that the best undead army would be a literal undead army. The hitch in the plan came when they raised the officers, who decided they weren't going to take orders from a bunch of weirdo civilians. The last entry suggests the author and his cohorts were planning on abandoning their station and reporting back to the Necromancer, but the entry ends abruptly in the middle of a sentence. This mass grave is absolutely teeming with those skeletal riflemen. They don't seem to be interested in getting out, but you could definitely jump in there if you were itching for a fight. There's one wandering in the end of the pit nearest you. Hop in! 64 HP, huh? 64 HP. It'd be a shame if the HP you have doesn't matter. You brush yourself off, collect your loot, and climb back out of the pit. Alice studies the remains of... Oh, this is how she gets stronger, that's right. We might want to keep doing this. Ley lines? I see you heard the magic word, Jin. Kathy heard it too. Ley lines, baby. Oh yeah, it's Jin's secretly a gigantic boomer. There's quite a few of them. Still, not really an issue. Chemical bullet, instant grits. This is very good EXP. Oh, now there's 4 of them. This could become a problem, but we're not there yet. For now, snack. Shoot! Spooky. The kids these days rely on the Google too much. Am I right, Jin? The chick on my team, she is a doctor, and she happens to have a skill that's a saw and it kills skeletons in one shot. Yeah, it's a bone saw. Of course it would work. It's a bone saw. Okay, so now I'm going to fight 5, right? Oh. That one looks serious. He kind of is. He will be the first to die. Yeah, it's literally a bone saw. That's why. Whiff. 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 You're all terrible. Are you even trying? Whiff. Whiff. You suck! Man should have maxed out Hornswoggling. Said he maxed out Kill. I can't even see. The thing is, your criticism didn't even hit me. It whiffed. There we go. Alice has become stronger. That's what I was going for. Is that it? Is there still more? Shoot Nanny. I mean, like, realistically, I have to hit someone, so. With all the EXP I get from this reverb, I could max out Hornswoggling, though I won't. Oh my god, it hit me. I can't believe you hit me. I can't believe you've done this. Really weird that the guns just miss. I don't know why. I'll take it, but I don't know why. I ain't gonna complain. Sword seems to work. Spooky. 120 EXP, nice. Kind of like how does Tatsu drive. Listen, we don't worry about that. Ain't no brakes on Tatsu's car. Alright, let me focus on the sword lads first, because they're the only ones that can hurt me. I mean, so far. Whoops. Don't worry about Tatsu driving. It all makes sense somehow. Wow. One of them actually got me. How troubling. Based break, ignore, but also break. Yeah, it depends on the context, but both can apply. Ow. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, this might be the last one I do. These guys are kind of dangerous if they hit you. And it looks like they're getting stronger. Yeah, that's probably going to be it. Okay, cool. Got a lot of EXP for that, though. There it is. Panhammer. Shoot Nanny. Deadeye. Hornswoggling. Okay, so lockpick and expertise would get me to, like, be able to pick any lock. So that's appreciated. Actually, I can get both lockpicking and Hornswoggling. So maybe I should just do that. Done. And Swogglehorning. Cool. So I think I'm supposed to just leave now. Railroad camp. I believe I gotta make a day pass. Yeah, there it is. You go to sleep. You dream that you're shopping for belts with an FBI agent buried deep underground. Somehow, all your teeth fall out. You wake up ready to face a new day. Well, okay then. You wake up refreshed and restored, and hungry, and sober. Day 3, you get the idea. Just crawling out of bed. Alright, now I gotta eat some stuff. Let's see. Armor's not bad. Ear food. Spell damage is useless to me. Ghost pickles in case of emergency. Moxie's not terrible. Well, the goblin sandwich isn't terrible, because I don't use muscle and mysticality that much. Instant grits, no. Oh, yeah, this. I want this. Gimme. You eat the pie, bullets and all. Ricochet noise. No. No. Maybe. No. No. Yes, putrid cow bile. Perfect. You're no cow scientist, but you're pretty sure this would kill you if you drank it. Come to think of it, you're pretty sure that there's not even any such thing as a cow scientist. Better not, then. Yeah, fine. Stardust is good. Wait, where's my food? Oh, this is the combat items. Depressed kid? No. No. Alright, Kathy. Hopefully you have a good night. I could have ranch dressing increase my HP. Yeah, sure. You put the poultice on a part of you think is the most likely to get stabbed later today. Just a guess, really. Coffee, red whiskey, blood sausages. Yeah, let's have a heart attack. You eat the tack. That was hard. You gain an effect. Tack hard. Wined and dined. Thermos suspect coffee. You uncap the thermos and carefully sip its still steaming contents. It gives you the energy to face whatever challenges are next, and the inebriety to not be afraid of them. Yeah. Sure, why not? Sparkly. Alright, I think that'll be enough. Now, let's check out how that fort's doing. Fort all dead. Very funny. You encounter a cowpoke trying to ride her horse up the 45-degree surface of a rocky ridge. They're both having a hard time. I apparently don't have enough muscle. Leave them to the struggle. It appears that Alice's idea worked. There's not a single skeleton left alive in the entire fort. I didn't know skeletons eat, and I didn't know that they crap, but I guess you learn something new every day. And that's 2 things, so we're ahead of the game. All gone. Where's the skeleton hole? Hop in! Oh man, that's a lot of them. Sure hope I don't regret this. Shoot, Nanny! Not bad. Ow. Less ow. Ow. Less ow. Less ow. Okay, you can see the ones that are stronger than the others, so I can focus on them. Oh yeah, I can use these. The way they use these items. So you are stronger, so I'm going to take you out. Whatever was making me dodgy appears to have worn off. So 32. All right, that's the last strong one that's left. So let's get rid of it. All right, easy peasy. I fear no spooky, scary skeleton. Much. No, we're good. Not looking to get completely destroyed. Lost Dutch oven mine? Sure. This is probably going to be the last place I explore for this stream, because I'm hitting that 3-hour mark, and I think that'll be it. Oh dear. Wow, those are some stinky fissures. I can't get any closer. Not without some stench resistance, at least. Oh? Mayhap I have that. Stench here is barely tolerable. Alright, yeah, we can get through. Okay, back to Spoon. These lockers are all unlabeled and unlocked. Loot them. Got miner's pants and a gas mask. Heh, could have used this 5 minutes ago. Indeed. This thing was hard to see out of even before it sat in the dusty mine for 15 years. You lose stats, but you get stench resistance. I don't know about that one. You can't wear these if you're over 18 feet tall, because they'd be way too small for you. What are the pants I currently have? Spooky resistance and 2 armor. Huh, this is just straight up better. The miners must have eaten down here to avoid the stench upstairs. Sarsaparilla? You got an item, sugar gun. Sugar guns? Is this game 10 out of 10? Gameplay's been pretty decent. It's the writing that got me. I fucking love the writing. These are little gun-shaped candies made with real gunpowder. Increases your range damage for... Why are they made of real gunpowder? You were never sure how to spell this, and you still aren't. Spittoon! I don't know what kind of tobacco those miners are chewing, but it must be extra corrosive, because this brass spittoon has a hole eaten through the bottom, and dark stains underneath it where the spit leaked out. Although oddly, it doesn't seem to be leaking now, and it's half full. I guess the miners plugged the hole with something. Inspect it. It's a spittoon. It's disgusting. You can practically see the stink lines coming off of it. Come on, let's not do this. Inspect the spittoon. Ah, jeez. Fine, okay. You crouch down and take a careful look at the filthy spittoon. The inside is blackened with years worth of stains. The death broth inside has a rainbow sheen like a parking lot oil spill, and occasionally a little bubble pops on the surface. You can actually feel a slight warmth radiating off of it from whatever dire chemical reaction is taking place in there. You realize you're holding your breath, not deliberately, but from the human body's natural instinct for self-preservation. Inhale. Imagine someone made a big pot of chili con carne and left it under the porch. 3 rats crawl into the pot, half eat the chili, and then die. A week later, a family of cockroaches takes up residence among the writhing maggots. The cockroaches smoke thick black cigars which they light with tufts of burning human hair. That is what it smells like. Search it. Fortunately for you, the rainbow-colored film on the surface of the liquid coats your hand as you plunge it into the toxic stew, keeping it from being immediately dissolved down to the bones. The smell intensifies, and your stomach prepares to hose the poisons off of your arm with a high-pressure stream of vomit. See, this is basically what I meant about the writing. I fucking love the writing. Your fingers touch something at the bottom of the spittoon. Better pull it out fast while you still have something to pull with. Pull. You pull the world's most disgusting pair of pants out of the spittoon, and jump back as the hole at the spittoon's bottom, now unplugged, begins to leak steaming filth. Congratulations! You are now the proud owner of the worst object I've ever been paid to think about, narrowly defeating a leather bondage harness made from the skin of a clown. You got an item, spit-soaked pants. These pants look and smell like they were used to line the bottom of a leaky spittoon, and there's a very good reason for that. Sometimes I avoid listening to these because they're a bit too gross. Boy, do I got bad news there. Okay, those are equipped. They're very good pants. Clean. Oh, pried open. Can of oil and dynamite and a thermos of spiked coffee, because of course. Ride it! The elevator mechanism is all rusty. Oh, oil. You lubricate the elevator liberally. Ride down. You emerge from the elevator into a deeper shaft. By the light of your lantern, you see exposed meat veins on nearly every surface. It's unusual that there would be this much readily available meat left in a working mine. What were they digging for, if not this? Curious. Meat! 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 Hello? This guy is totally out of it. He's gibbering and drooling and doesn't seem to even see you. Try to talk to him. Hey, buddy, are you okay? Blob, rob, gibble, birdo, gordo, glob. Uh-huh. You wave your hand in front of his face, but he doesn't react at all. Oops. Shovels, dull to uselessness. Is one of the miners digging with his helmet? Broken pickaxe. Looks like a miner died trying to dig deeper with their hands. The fuck? An ominous ladder, dude. Yeah, we're going down. This guy seems to have gnawed off his own hands before he died. He starts to feel very uneasy. This gem is pretty, but it smells terrible. Effluvious emerald? If this gem is half as valuable as it is pungent, you're in the money, and you should probably wash your hands before you spend it. This guy worked his fingers to the bone digging, and then worked his bones to the marrow. The hair on the back of your neck stands up. These scratches are just painted on, in blood. Your heart is pounding. It's probably fine. The gouge marks are dark with blood. You have to get out of this pit right now. It's probably fine. As you get near the rocks, the voices in your head begin screaming too loudly to ignore. You have to get out of this pit right now. But I don't wanna. Alright. Finger bones are all splintered. You have to get out of this pit right now. Yeah, they actually just all say you have to get out of this pit right now. Oh, I guess I just have to be quick about it. This pile was pretty obviously made on purpose. Closer inspection reveals that the stones are mortared together. What could be hidden in here? Huh. Oh, I don't know. Move the rocks by hand? You sure moved them. 20 XP. Oh, it's this thing. There's a trapezoidal piece missing from this weird crossbar thing. Okay, well, I know what that's for. Okay, yeah, if you interact with too much of the stuff, then you just end up having to leave. Interesting. Alright. Well, like I said, that's going to be the last place I explore. Kind of a good place to end it, I think. And go back to Dirtwater. Shaggy Dog Cave. Your keen eyes detect a secluded cave in the near distance. Exploring it would definitely be a good use of your time. And next time. Shaggy Dog Cave? Anyway. Okay. How do I do the thing? Main menu. There it is. Okay. Alright, friends. That is going to be the end of the stream. Thank you for joining me on this super fun West of Loathing journey. There were skeletons, guns, spittoons, ghosts. It was a pretty spooky episode, actually. I should have used a horror tag. Anyway, I hope you have yourselves a great night. You're very welcome, Claire. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you all for coming. See you next time. Night.